Good morning. I have last night on my YouTube, a YouTube had popped up by Sadhguru that really struck me. He was talking about um, he was talking about his enlightenment experience and how he had this experience and he lost everything, and he knew he had lost everything, but he was in complete bliss. And as he was telling the story, he was really, you could tell he was just in this space of bliss even when he was telling the story. And they were panning out to the audience a little bit, and I was noticing people were just so taken back by his message, and I just thought it was just fantastic. I really enjoyed watching it, and I just find him to be one of the most amazing people on the planet. He just really amazes me. He said he's been living in this state for 35 years. 35 years he has been living in the state of quote unquote enlightenment. Well, he actually didn't say enlightenment. They said enlightenment in the title, but I wanted to talk about that because I'm not entirely sure what exactly enlightenment. I've actually toyed with this a little bit throughout my videos and throughout this whole process, because in all actuality, I would not have been studying David Hawkins for as many years as I was studying him if I was not interested in enlightenment, whatever that is. Whatever that is. And in all humility, and also in all respect, wanting to say that an idea that has really been striking me lately is this idea of enlightenment being so hard and so like unattainable. And it was to me for years. Like I just was like, well, I'm never going to reach that state, so you know. Whatever that state is. And in all humility, I'm going to say that there is sort of this spiritual pride in it, like this, like somehow that there's these group of people that are spiritually attuned enough to reach this level of, spirituality. Anyway, and I'm just going to say, I don't know. I toy with all of these ideas on a pretty consistent basis, but I'm going to go back to the teachings of Jesus, because Jesus said that his disciples would do greater than he did. That his disciples would do greater than he did, and turning the water to wine and feeding the 5,000 and healing the sick. People just touched him and they were healed. He said that with the faith of a mustard seed, we could say to that mountain to move, and the mountain would move. And I'm sort of starting to understand that a little better. That when you reach a certain state of being able to manifest, it's like situations just change right in front of you, sort of at your will. You like will that mountain to move, and then people come, situations come, opportunities come, and the mountain is gone. and I haven't quite figured it all out yet. I haven't figured it all out yet in my own life. I I've been thinking about how Dr. Dispenza would be very disappointed in me that I've been waking up and getting up on the same side of the bed every day. Maybe I need to move my nightstand to the other side of my bed so that I can get off on the other side, because I have to have my nightstand. Anyway, but I just haven't figured it out. I haven't figured out how to move the mountain, how to have the mountain move in it, and it's moving more slowly than I would like. Going back to the Ben and Jerry's ice cream, the you know, my son asking for the Ben and Jerry's fish food ice cream. He asked for a specific ice cream, and he's not getting it. You know, I'm not getting him the ice cream. He's not getting the ice cream. He's consistent. He's like day after day after day, and he has the expectation because he knows how much I love him, and he knows that I would, of course, get him the ice cream at all, you know. And so I remember, like, when I had spent the 6.5 years, you know, training for my tournament, that there were times, not always, but there were times where I felt like I was being withheld from. I did. I felt like I was being withheld from. And I'm just going to admit to that. I'm just going to admit to that feeling. And I've been a little bit in that space that I I'm just not really understanding that, you know, and Abraham Hicks would say that the path comes to you, and the path comes to you, the way comes to you, and I'm just not really sure. I'm having issues with just making decisions. And so I've been, okay, so what are my dreams? What do I want to do? So right now I'm in the middle of two different things, which could actually be the same thing. I could do the one thing and this other thing would come with it, and that is I would like to go back to school. I would like to get my PhD, and I'm looking into a program to do that, and then also putting out applications, you know, for a life change. You know, beating the same drum, just continuing to beat the same drum. You know, my life is not going to change as long as I just continue to drive the same path. So I'm actively making you know, steps to take a different path. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about this in these ideas that I'm toying with. I'm wondering if other people toy with them as well. One of the things is that I realized that there's a lot of people who are not looking for quote unquote enlightenment. You know, I think that most people are just trying to have really try to figure out how to have a happy life, how to have enough income to pay so that they have extra, so time with their families, health, they're wanting love and health, and just lots of food so that they don't have to be hungry. I think most people are just, you know, wanting health and happiness. And I think that health and happiness are synonymous with enlightenment. Anyway, love you guys. Bye.